35 for this. There's only been one time you haven't done that for the city assessor position. And we'll open it up for comments first.
Okay, well, thought we had this because we voted on this on Tuesday, but she had gotten an offer from the county. So I've been having a Lynn kind of relay. Chad and I visited a couple times regarding this. So I had a Lynn relaying to her. So I'm gonna turn it over to a Lynn and she will bring you up to date on it.
Okay.
Okay, so obviously when this was approved at our regular meeting last week, she was approved for $45,000 with $1,000 increase after her 6-month probation. So I did relay that information on to her. Unfortunately, she said that would be a significant pay cut from what she was currently making, as well as she had also had received another job offer for $52,500 in an admin position. So her and I kind of discussed back and forth. She did say she would prefer to take the city job just because she feels it would be a position she could grow in more and have more experience. So she did tell me her final offer of $25 an hour, which would be $52,000 an annual wage. Discussing with the employment committee, they were in agreement with that. The other recommendation, of course, would be that she would not receive an increase at her 6-month probation, that more than likely her next increase would come when she receives one of her certifications.
Okay.
You did check also, Lynn, on like a local surroundings, same positions to see where we're fitting into this, right?
Yes, sorry. Okay, so on Friday, I did reach out to 5 different cities. One was already closed for the day. The other one never did get back to me. Newtown, they do pay $60,000 an annual wage. Tioga and Kenmare, they do not have a city assessor. They contract with the county. I also did put it out on the League of Cities city server. I did have a few respond, not many that are comparable to us, but majority of them do contract, like Garrison, Underwood, Napoleon, they contract with the county as well. And then the only other one is Jamestown, which is not comparable to us either, and they pay $78,000, and that is being certified and with experience.
Okay.
How long does it take to get all of the certifications?
I believe within the first year you have to get your class 2, and then I think within after that another year you have to then obtain your class 1. And I do know then, of course, after that there is always the continuing ed that have to be done every year.
Well, I guess it's kind of like I've thought on not just this position, because I didn't even consider this position about it, but I think all of them have to be looked at sometime in the near future, because we've got a lot of competition out there with the county and other cities, whatever. And should our employees have to have a starvation wage? I don't like the idea of not paying our people what the going rate is.
It's funny you mentioned that because Linda and I had a conversation about a half hour long on that.
Well,
We feel the same way, that we got to start looking at this and making sure that we are close. I mean, the last position that we just hired, we're under everybody around us.
and I don't know the gal that you're talking about on here. The fact of the matter is there's going to be other positions in the future the same way. And we're not going to get the best people unless we pay a wage that, they can live with. So
And I totally agree with that, so I guess I will go ahead and make a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, a motion and a second's been made. Any other discussion?
Yeah, I guess I would just think that we would want to give an increase after 6 months. I don't see why we would wait the year. If we're just matching where the county's at, like, I want to keep somebody. If we invest the amount of time and training that goes into somebody, I don't want to say, no, now you have to wait a year. I mean, you brag the gal up saying that she's perfect for the position. I don't want to train her up and then the county turn around and say, guess what, we're going to take this one too. So, I mean, instead of just matching at 52, like, why couldn't we say, hey, we really want you, we want to keep you, we'll start you out at 54 and you'll get $1,000 or $1,500 increase after your 6-month review. I don't want to just get her, train her, and then the county say, okay, we're going to let them train her for this amount, and then we're going to turn around and steal her.
I don't think that the bump at 6 months is off the table. It was just one of the things that could potentially happen.
I
So
agree that it shouldn't be off the table. I think that should be up to you guys to bring that forward and tell us if she's up to speed in 6 months, I don't see any reason why that would be off the table. That's why, do you think it's the best thing to set that at 52 and not give yourself any room?
I think 52 is that's relevant for no specific training on this. She has the knowledge of working through the mortgage side with the tax stuff. And I guess just to make sure that everybody understands, Linda and I didn't get a chance to visit with Zach, but Linda and I for sure are on that exact same page that you're on. We don't want to lose these people to
Right.
the
No,
next
we
Main
shouldn't.
Street business or the county for that matter. The $1,000 bump or $1,500 bump, whatever it may be, whatever that number is at the end of 6 months, is definitely not a cast in stone, not on the table. So, to be honest with you, as long as she's doing her job and progressing, I see that coming down the pipe at 6 months.
Well, and that, I guess, so Lynn will bring it to our attention when she does come to her 6 months and let us know. Like, yeah, it's not cast in stone.
Yeah, I just
by
don't
any
want to
means
see
that
something
it's
written in
off
blood
the
or
table.
cast in stone.
So,
It was just one of the talking points that came up, just in case, we had to arm wrestle here at the council level.
Right.
What can we do so that we can all get on the same page as to increase this wage to where it's feasible for her to come, but yet we also got to keep everybody else in mind that we have to do this across the board too.
Yeah, I think it definitely needs to be done across the board, but I just don't want to miss out on having qualified people because we don't offer them enough or
Well, sometimes
aren't
you're not even gonna
comparable in
get the
any way, shape, or
applications.
form.
Well, and
they were
So-
pretty slim.
Well, you know what I
I'll
mean?
tell you, they were.
If
think
you put out a salary for, it's gonna be this amount, some of them are gonna look at that and just,
why?
I
I think we're in a good spot with this, so where we're at.
I actually agree with Lauren. I think we should go up a little bit. From the
Well,
52 to,
Sorry, may I comment? And I mean, I guess, yeah, like they said, nothing was set in stone stating that she would not absolutely receive an increase. It's just we're not the same case where when we approved it last week where it just to be automatic. That obviously at her 6-month review, then they can determine, the employment committee can meet and determine then if we should give her an increase.
oh, I think that's a
But
good
obviously,
idea.
just her starting wage at the 52,000 is what we'd hire her
And
at.
the county was at 52.5.
Correct.
and that would be less responsibility there? As a,
I guess I
Secretary
didn't ask
position?
what it all entailed. So,
I just know it was an
Admin
admin
position.
spot at the county road and bridge is the only thing I knew,
which
what
I
her
mean,
job.
at that point, it'd be less responsibility, less schooling, less everything moving forward. I think if we're trying to get a qualified
Well,
person to
at the
continue.
county, I don't think she would even have any advancement.
I guess that's
with
kind of what I'm getting at is,
Administrative assistant, you're assisting
whoever.
Well,
Whatever.
I think it's a great thing.
I'm kind of with George. I'd at least like to match the county at, you know, I mean, I know it doesn't seem like it's that much, but it shows that we're interested in the person, that we're, you know, fighting to get good employees. We want to keep them.
Was that 52.5 you said?
Correct. And I mean, when my last discussion with Brianna, she was good with this and she is very excited to start with the city and she actually said she could start April 3rd. So
Give her a
she
little
is excited to
surprise.
come work for the
Yeah.
city.
So I guess I didn't say an amount in my motion, did I? But I would amend it to the 52.5 as a starting wage.
Okay, then is the second still,
Yeah.
okay? Any further discussion?
So
I
is
just
this
have- huh?
6 month thing automatic? Like we always look at them after 6 months. So then that's something that
That's-
you guys
that's
would be able-
automatic,
Okay,
yes.
nice. So
I just think with all this said, start looking at everybody else
so-
because
Absolutely.
I think it's an issue. We've only been here 6 months, so we haven't had a lot of time to do that, but I think all the way across the board, I think we need to look at this because I think it helps get resumes and you get a better, you know, you get a lot better turnout as far as when you do put a job out there. So, okay, any other discussion? Nothing, Linda? Or Mary, I mean? Nothing? It's Monday?
Question.
Okay. Go ahead, Lynn.
Lauren,
Aye.
Linda,
All right.
George,
Aye.
Chad.
All right.
Okay, unanimous vote, so the motion carries at 52.5. Is that right, Linda?
Yep.
Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, there's a motion and a second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
All right.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.